My shaders aren't working, so you're just gonna have to ignore the poor quality, but yes, the title is true. Cosplayers may be trans, in a sense. So, when I was younger, I went to school with a couple of people. One person who I became very close to, my friend Cal, who was non-binary at the time, to trans, going between the two. And they introduced me to the concept of being LGBTQ as a whole, where I'd been in that bubble that only certain people could be LGBTQ because of my family. And when they showed me Undertale, actually, which is a funny thing, considering my history, I remember watching animations and all of that, and I remember seeing Alphys and Undyne, and they spoke about how they were together and they were happy, and it was really refreshing to see a woman liking another woman, as I had never been exposed to that sort of content before. But that's for another video. So when I got home, I remember searching up on TikTok content with Undertale to get into the fandom, and I came across a bunch of cosplayers. People who would cosplay Undyne, Sans, more specifically Frisk and Kara. And I think that changed something. Because a lot of people sit and ask, why do we need representation? Why do we need queer media, LGBTQ? Why do we need women kissing women online? Those cosplayers seeing how they looked and seeing how they seemed so happy, I felt jealous. I felt jealous in a way I hadn't felt before. Like there was some part of me missing that suddenly sparked into view, and I'm sitting there asking myself, why can't I look like that? So I began speaking to my friend about it. I began asking the questions. What is non-binary? What is that like? You have to do surgery, or I kept asking them everything that I could get to know about that. And every single thing they explained that they struggled with and felt, I related to. And Frisk became my comfort character. Whenever I was sad, I would draw them, and I would watch Undertale content because I wished to be like them. And later on in life, I've also realized the attraction that I thought I felt towards men were just gender envy, wishing I looked like them. The reason you need representation, and the reason why I love the cosplay community so much, is because they help me understand parts of myself I didn't know existed. And now Kara is my favorite because of headcanons I have with them. But Frisk will always have a special place in my heart because they made me realize things about myself that I did not think were a thing. I always had the nagging feeling something was wrong. I would have very harsh intrusive thoughts and very bad body dysphoria that ended up in an addiction later on in life, sadly. But I didn't have a word for it. And when you're so normalized that boys are boys, girls are girls, there's no in between, there's nothing else, you don't think to question it, because why would you? There's no one else telling you something else. So when my friend challenged that narrative, I suddenly realized I'm neither. And that has been the most amazing part of my life. So thank you to the cosplayers and to everyone who came from the last video, thank you. You guys' comments made me feel less alone.